Have you ever dreamed of living in the UK, land of historic castles, red buses, and royal traditions? For many, that dream is slowly fading. Behind the polished cities and postcard-perfect views lies a growing storm. In 2025, more and more people are asking, is the UK still a good place to live? This isn't just about politics or headlines. It's about the everyday struggles of families skipping meals, NHS delays, rising rents, and people working 2 jobs just to survive. Today, we're diving deep into 10 real-life challenges that are making life in the UK more difficult than ever before. Stay with us for details. Number 1. The crushing cost of living. The UK is in the grip of a cost of living crisis that doesn't seem to be easing. In May 2025, the average asking price for a home in Great Britain hit a record high of £379,517. That's not even counting skyrocketing rents, especially in cities like London and Manchester. Energy bills? Still painfully high. Council tax? Up again. For many, it's not just tight budgets, it's daily survival. Food banks are seeing record demand. Families are forced to choose between heating and eating. And it's the working class and vulnerable communities paying the highest price. This isn't a temporary glitch, it's the new reality. Number 2. NHS under pressure like never before. Once the pride of Britain, the NHS is now buckling under pressure. Yes, the government added an extra £22 billion to the budget over 2 years, but it's not enough. Waiting times for GP appointments, surgeries, and mental health support are at record highs. A&E departments are stretched beyond their limits. Nurses are overworked and underpaid. Many are leaving the profession entirely. For everyday people, this means longer waits, misdiagnoses, and health conditions worsening before they are even seen. A free healthcare system is only as good as its capacity. And right now, that capacity is running on fumes. Number 3. The housing crisis is out of control. Over 1.3 million households are now on the waiting list for social housing in England alone. Affordable homes are nearly impossible to find. Young people, even with good jobs, can't get on the property ladder. And for many, renting means spending over half of their monthly income. Some are being forced out of cities they've lived in for decades. Others are crammed into unsuitable housing, moldy, cold, and unsafe. And the worst part? This crisis is no longer limited to major cities. Even small towns are becoming unaffordable. Number 4. Wages can't keep up. Yes, wages have technically risen about 5.9% this year. But inflation has wiped out most of those gains. In real terms, most workers are only seeing a 2% improvement in their earnings. Meanwhile, everything, from food to fuel to transport, is getting more expensive. Many Brits now work multiple jobs. But no matter how hard they hustle, it feels like they're stuck in place or worse, falling behind. The cost of living rises like a tide. But wages? They barely move. Number 5. Political chaos and uncertainty. Post-Brexit Britain is still finding its feet. In 2025, the UK signed a new agreement with the EU to improve trade and defence ties. But deep divisions remain. Politically, the country is polarised. Trust in government is low. Decisions are often reactive instead of proactive. And for regular citizens, this constant instability has real consequences on jobs, prices, investment, and even social cohesion. The uncertainty is exhausting. And for many, the future feels more confusing than ever. Number 6. Rising crime and public safety concerns. Cuts to public services have left many areas with fewer patrols, delayed emergency responses, and rising youth gang activity. People deserve to feel safe in their homes and streets. But that sense of safety is slowly eroding. Cuts to public services have left many areas with fewer patrols, delayed emergency responses, and rising youth gang activity. People deserve to feel safe in their homes and streets. But that sense of safety is slowly eroding. Number 8. Climate crisis hits home. The climate emergency is no longer distant, it's here. By 2050, 8 million homes in the UK will be at risk of flooding. By then, 10,000 people per year could die due to heat-related illnesses if action isn't taken soon. The UK's infrastructure is struggling to adapt. Drainage systems fail during storms. Train lines buckle in the heat. And the most vulnerable, like the elderly and the homeless, suffer the most. Environmental neglect is becoming a public health issue. Number 9. Increased tax burden on everyone. From April 2025, the UK raised the employer national insurance contribution rate from 13.8% to 15%. The income threshold for these contributions was also lowered. What does that mean? Businesses pay more. Employees keep less. And with income tax thresholds frozen, inflation is dragging more people into higher tax brackets, even if their purchasing power hasn't improved. In other words, you're paying more for less. Number 10. The brain drain is real. More skilled workers are leaving the UK than ever before. Doctors, engineers, tech workers, academics, they're packing up for countries that offer better pay, better support, and a better quality of life. A report from People to People warns that this brain drain could seriously damage the UK's future competitiveness. It's not just about economics. It's about identity. It's about losing the very people who could help rebuild a struggling nation. So what's the future of the UK? Right now, many are just trying to survive the present. This video isn't about doom and gloom, it's about recognizing the struggle so we can start having real conversations. About change. About action. About hope. The UK has weathered storms before. But this one feels different. And if we ignore it, we risk losing something far greater than just numbers on a chart. We risk losing our people. Our potential. Our sense of togetherness. What do you think? Are you living these struggles right now? What gives you hope for the future? Let us know in the comments. And if you found this video insightful, please like, subscribe, and share it with others who need to hear the truth. Together, we can open eyes, and maybe, just maybe, change lives.